Program Director, families of our fallen heroes and heroines, the Acting Minister of Police, Professor Firoz Kachalia, Deputy Minister of Police, Dr. Poli Bushielo, and Mr. Kassel Matale, members of the executive committees, MECs present, the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Police, Mr. Ian Cameron, and members of the Portfolio Committee, National Commissioner of Police, General Fani Masemula, JCPS Directors Generals present, Deputy National Commissioners present, Divisional Commissioners and Provincial Commissioners present, representatives of organized labor, SAPU and POPCRU, all members of the South African Police Service, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, Dumelang, Absheni, Dimacheroni, Sanbonani, Huyemore. I stand here on behalf of His Excellency, President Cyril Ramaphosa, who due to pressing state obligations could not be with us this morning. The President has asked me to convey his deepest condolences to the families of the fallen officers, and he expressed his gratitude for the sacrifices made by the South African Police Service. This ceremony is one of the commemorations I wish we could skip for a year or so, not because of its lack of importance, but because it would mean that no officers have fallen in the line of duty. Each year we commemorate this event. My heart is weighed down with sorrow, thinking about the child who has lost a parent, the spouse who has lost a husband or a wife, and a brother or one who has lost a sister, who has lost a sibling. Given the young ages of some of these fallen heroes, I see parents who have lost sons and daughters, some of whom were breadwinners. As parents, you had to endure the unimaginable pain of laying your children to rest, grappling not just with the sorrow of your child's passing, but also grieving the loss of hopes, of dreams, and a future. To the families gathered here, especially the spouses who now carry the heavy burden of grief, we say, South Africa shares in your sorrow. We know that your loss cannot be measured, for it is a wound that will never fully heal. To the children of our fallen heroes, some of whom sit here before us today, we say to you, your pain is our pain. Please be aware that your parents died as heroes and heroines, and their sacrifices are acknowledged by the whole country. To the colleagues, the men and women of the South African Police Service who stood shoulder to shoulder with these officers, we recognize your pain. You have lost teammates, mentors, friends. We honor your courage to return to duty despite the risk you face every day. It is because of this kind of risks that we are all here today at the SAPS Memorial Site to honor and remember 27 police officers who lost their lives in the line of duty during the 24-25 financial year. Last year, we mourned 39 of their colleagues. Together, that brings the devastating figure of 66 police officers killed in just 2 years. 66 lives cut short while protecting our democracy, our communities, and our freedom. These deaths have ruthlessly torn apart 66 families. These statistics is alarming, especially because these people might have led the SAPS to a safer, crime-free South Africa. Their sacrifices remind us that maintaining the delicate balance between order and chaos is costly. It reveals the merciless nature of the criminals you confront. Among the 27 remarkable individuals we are commemorating today, let us take a moment to remember two cherished individuals, the eldest and the youngest. Constable Boikokobetso re tlotlisitswe Sonopo, just 26 years old, with barely 1 year of service. On patrol in Mount Fletcher on the evening of 28 June 2024, his team was ambushed. He was robbed of his weapon, his uniform, and his life. He was a young man full of promise, taken from us too soon. Lieutenant Colonel Peter Pretorius, age 59, was a devoted father and a seasoned investigator stationed at MLO Vehicle Crime Investigation Unit. Just 1 year before his well-earned retirement, he was ambushed and gunned down on the 16th of January this year while returning from lunch. His killers sought to silence justice, but they will not succeed. To date, 10 suspects have been arrested, a testament to our commitment that justice will prevail. We should not allow these ruthless acts by criminals to continue. Criminals should never be free to roam our streets whenever they choose. Most importantly, as our community's first line of defense, you must always remain vigilant and never let your guard down. Our government stands firmly with the men and women of the South African Police Service. We are intensifying efforts to ensure your safety and to equip you adequately for the fight against crime. We are resourcing specialized units, investing in advanced technology, strengthening intelligence, and tightening laws to deal decisively with those who target police officers. Let it be clear, attacking a police officer is an attack on the state itself, and it will be met with the full might of the law. We want to make sure that even touching a police officer carries the harshest punishment permitted by our laws, and where possible, we should tighten these laws. Fellow compatriots, the rate of criminality, especially organized crime syndicates in South Africa, is of major concern. Drug trafficking syndicates, gangs, and other forms of organized crime represent an urgent and growing challenge in South Africa. The killing of Sergeant Lawrence Mtsweni, who was shot and killed by more than 7 armed robbers at a store in Skumansdal, Mpumalanga on Friday, the 8th of August 2025, is but one example of the many senseless killings of our police officers. Let me reiterate, as police officers, you must not die with your service firearms in your holsters. You have a duty to protect your lives. This means you must use force that is proportional to the threat that you face. You must not surrender to any form of criminality. The government will continue to promote initiatives that unite society for a safer South Africa, recognizing that crime is a shared responsibility between the police, community, and business sectors. We encourage citizens to collaborate with the police and community policing forums to provide crucial information for criminal identification and arrest. According to the Integrated Crime and Violence Prevention Strategy, approved by Cabinet in 2020, the South African Police Service will need the support of all branches of government and all facets of our society to fulfill its constitutional mandate, which is to create a safe and secure environment for all inhabitants of our country. The residents of this country are the most significant participants in the fight against crime. Communities must cooperate with, not against, the police. Families, religious leaders, traditional authorities, and civic organizations all have important roles to play. When communities collaborate with law enforcement, they eliminate criminals' hiding places and restore safety. We are also greatly concerned by reports of collusion between some of our own members and criminals. We encourage all of you to uncover wrongdoings inside your ranks, regardless of who is involved. As a nation, we rely on the South African Police Service to ensure that there is peace and order. We must work together to solve the institution's inefficiencies and lack of public trust. As we memorialize the departed, we must also look to the future and take steps to improve the institutions they fought for and dedicatedly served. We must promote openness, accountability, and integrity within the South African Police Service. We must instill a culture of professionalism, respect, and compassion amongst our police officers. We must prioritize community participation, collaboration, and inclusion to build trust and enhance partnership between law enforcement and the general public. The 27 officers we commemorate today now take their rightful place on the roll of honor. Their families must know that, even in grief, there is pride. Their names will echo through generations as symbols of sacrifice and devotion to duty. They may be gone, but their legacy endures in the safety of our communities and in the freedom of our democracy. As we lower our heads in remembrance and honor, let us lift our resolve through action. Let us stand united against those who threaten the peace of our nation. Let me leave you with this thought. When we protect those who protect us, we protect the very soul of our democracy. On behalf of the government, I express gratitude to Acting Minister of Police, Professor Firoz Kachalia, National Commissioner General Fani Masemula, and South African Police Service Management for their leadership and dedication to the men and women in blue. We urge you to continue leading from the front, ensuring that no officer's sacrifice is in vain. Once again, we extend our heartfelt sympathies to the families and loved ones of our brave officers who have made the ultimate sacrifice. May the spirit of our brave heroes and heroines find everlasting tranquility. Let their bravery motivate us to create a South Africa that promotes safety, justice, and freedom. I thank you.